And good evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Steve Pierce coming to you live right now. It's about 8:30 p.m. From the Coin 6 Studios in downtown Portland. We have an active situation underway this evening, of course, with regards to the earthquake that we saw earlier in Alaska, off the coast of Alaska and the coast of Russia. Want to talk a little bit about this now and what we know as of 8:30 p.m. This was a coastal Russian earthquake about 130 miles off the coast of Russia, and that hit about 4:30 p.m. our time in the Pacific Northwest. And it is a preliminary magnitude 8.7, and again, that's preliminary. And a tsunami advisory has been issued for the Pacific Northwest coast from Washington down through Oregon, and that includes California, as well as British Columbia. And what we do know at this point is it did generate a tsunami. Of course, Hawaii is under a tsunami warning, and they're expected to see some wave action there in about 2 hours. That would be approximately 10:30 our time or about 7:30 Hawaii time. And then, as you see in the graphic here on my right, the arrival times for our area at this point in time: Long Beach, Washington, 11:45 p.m., Seaside, Oregon, about 11:55 p.m., and of course, Newport also at about 11:55. I want to note one of the latest updates that we just got in is from the Advisory Center in Palmer, Alaska, and this is also via the National Weather Service in Portland, our local office. Tidal waves are only expected between 1 and 2 feet along the coast. I want to repeat that, between 1 and 2 foot along the coast at these times we have listed here. Long Beach, 11:45, 11:55 in Seaside, and Newport at 11:55 as well. It's also interesting to note that that coincides with low tide. Most low tides, it's an average low tide along the coast this evening of approximately 10:48 p.m. Now, that does vary from location to location along the coast, but that's an average of all the coastal locations. So I think the one takeaway from this is that this would be occurring or starting at low tide, okay? And high tide does come back tomorrow at 4:21 a.m., and the National Weather Service does note that that's the initial time of the first wave at these 11:45 through 11:55 timeframes. So those waves can continue for several hours. So it's interesting to note that. So the National Weather Service and the Advisory Center in Palmer, Alaska, has advised to remain off the beach tonight. Do not go down to the coast. Do not go down to the beach, even if this is a low-level event.